Did you know that there's a place on Earth where three major religions meet? Where ancient kings built desert fortresses, and where some streets are literally older than most countries? Welcome to Israel, and today we're visiting 5 legendary places: Jerusalem, Bethlehem, Nazareth, Masada, and Haifa. Let's go! Imagine walking through cities where history didn't just happen. It still feels alive. Church bells ring, ancient stones glow in the sun, and around every corner there's a story that's thousands of years old. This isn't just sightseeing, this is time travel. If you like time travel, consider to hit that subscribe button. First stop, the heart of it all. Jerusalem. Jerusalem is one of the oldest cities in the world. People have lived here for over 3,000 years. And walking through the old city feels like stepping into a real-life history book. The streets are narrow, made of stone, and packed with tiny shops selling spices, souvenirs, and food that smells so good it should honestly be illegal. But what makes Jerusalem special isn't just its age, it's what it means. This city is sacred to Jews, Christians, and Muslims. 3 religions, 1 city. Here you'll find the Western Wall, one of the holiest places in Judaism. Just a short walk away stands the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, believed by many Christians to be the place where Jesus was crucified and buried. And rising above the skyline is the Dome of the Rock, one of the most iconic landmarks in the world. So yeah, calling Jerusalem important might be the biggest understatement in history, but our journey doesn't stop here. Just a short drive away is another world-famous town, Bethlehem. Welcome to Bethlehem. This small city is known around the world for one reason. It's believed to be the birthplace of Jesus. Right in the center of town stands the Church of the Nativity. And here's the wild part. This church has been standing since the 300s AD. That means people have been coming here for over 1,726 years. Inside, pilgrims line up to see a small star on the floor, marking the traditional birthplace of Jesus. And yes, the line can get long, like theme park ride long. But when people finally reach the spot, many get emotional. Because for millions of believers, this is one of the most meaningful places on earth. But now we're heading north to another town tied closely to Jesus' life. Nazareth. Nazareth is the town where Jesus grew up. Today it's a busy city filled with markets, cafes, and colorful streets. But its biggest landmark is the Church of the Annunciation. According to Christian tradition, this is where the angel Gabriel told Mary she would give birth to Jesus. The church itself is huge and modern compared to many ancient buildings nearby. Inside, artwork from countries all over the world shows different artistic versions of Mary. It's like a global art gallery inside a sacred space. But here's something funny. Nazareth was once such a tiny village that people in ancient times basically said nothing interesting comes from there. Well, history proved that take very wrong. But now it's time to leave the cities and head into the desert, Masada. Imagine a massive fortress sitting on top of a giant desert cliff. That's Masada. This ancient stronghold was built by King Herod more than 2,000 years ago, and the view from the top? Absolutely insane. You can see the Dead Sea stretching across the horizon and endless desert in every direction. But Masada isn't just beautiful. It tells one of the most dramatic stories in ancient history. Around 70 AD, during a revolt against the Roman Empire, Jewish rebels fled here and held the fortress for years. The Romans eventually surrounded the mountain and built a massive ramp to attack it. Yes, they literally built a giant dirt ramp up a mountain, because apparently the Romans did not believe in giving up. Today, visitors can hike up a steep trail called the Snake Path or take a cable car to the top. Pro tip: if you hike it at sunrise, the desert sky turns bright orange and gold. And suddenly waking up at 4 a.m. doesn't feel like a terrible life decision anymore. But our final stop is somewhere completely different. Haifa. Welcome to Haifa, one of the most beautiful cities on the Mediterranean coast. Unlike the desert landscapes we just saw, Haifa is green, modern, and built on the slopes of Mount Carmel. But the star of the show here is the Baha'i Gardens. These terraced gardens climb up the mountain in perfect symmetry, with fountains, flowers, and pathways that look almost too perfect to be real. Honestly, the place looks like someone took a royal palace garden and turned the settings up to maximum beauty. The gardens are part of the Baha'i World Center, one of the holiest places for followers of the Baha'i faith. From the top terraces, you can see the entire city and the sparkling blue Mediterranean Sea. It's peaceful. So in just one trip we explored Jerusalem, where history and faith collide. Bethlehem, the birthplace of Jesus. Nazareth, where his childhood story began. Masada, a fortress of epic ancient drama. And Haifa, a stunning coastal city with gardens that look like they belong in a fantasy movie. These places remind us that history isn't just something you read in books. Sometimes, you can walk right through it. If you enjoyed this journey through some of the most legendary places on Earth, make sure to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and let me know in the comments. Which of these places would you want to visit first? And where should we explore next?